Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. I'm not quite sure.
If you just woke up and you're just drinking your coffee and scrolling TikTok and you come upon this video, if you track this back, Chris Martin just ended a marriage, but they kind of ended it themselves. So apparently, Andy Byron and Kristen Cabot of the company Astronomer were chilling and having a grand old time at the Coldplay concert at Gillette Stadium 2 nights ago. And they seemingly ended up on the Jumbotron. And the reaction is obvious because he immediately, like as soon as they figure out they're on the Jumbotron, he immediately gets down and then she puts her hands over her face. Chris Martin's on the mic saying, look at this couple. Oh, looks like they might be having an affair. Oh my God. But he's the CEO of a big company. And so hopefully his wife has seen that by now and takes him for all he has. But I mean, getting on the Jumbotron and then like minutes later is on the internet, and then God bless the internet and the crazy people that search people, because I would have seen that video and just been like, whatever, and scrolled on. But people like find out who these people are, and you know, the internet is bad sometimes, but it's good sometimes. And in this case, I hope there's justice.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Astronomer, CEO, and head of HR caught having an affair at the Coldplay concert reminds me so much of the Ned Fulmer affair with Alex Herring. And the internet was so quick to identify them. Alex Byron, CEO, and Kristen Cabot, CPO, aka head of HR, were both married with kids. Both got caught on the Jumbotron, and whoever was in charge of the Jumbotron needs a raise. And can we talk about the employee that was with them? Apparently, she's also an employee at Astronomer who recently got promoted. So she obviously knows what's going on because she's there. But girl's gonna keep her mouth shut. And then this is them two at work together. And apparently Andy's wife has changed her last name back to her maiden name on Facebook. I just know this is the talk in the office right now. I would pay to be a fly on the wall in the office and in their Slack Teams channel. This is so messy. And it's the fact that Coldplay called them out for having an affair. Because he was like, oh, looks like they're having an affair. Or maybe they're just shy. Crazy how the universe works.
You guys, juicy new details on this story. I cannot imagine being their spouses or children. Just a quick recap. It looks like a happy moment until it's not, because they showed up on a kiss cam at a Coldplay concert and they're married to other people. Here they are again, but at work because they're colleagues. Andy Byron is a CEO of Astronomer, a company worth more than $1 billion. And Kristen Cabot is his HR director. But here's his family with his wife. And reportedly, this is her Facebook. And overnight, she removed his last name. But after lots of comments, she reportedly removed her account entirely. And this is Kristen Cabot's husband. He's self-employed. Even Coldplay was like they're either having an affair or they're shy. And according to public records, Andy Byron owns a home in the trust name of Megan Byron, his wife, a home in Massachusetts worth $1.178 million. They're both 50, according to public records. And according to MSN, Andy's net worth is between $20 and $70 million. And has spoke highly of Kristen on his LinkedIn, but has since removed the comments. Kristen's exceptional leadership and deep expertise in talent management, employee engagement, and scaling people strategies will be critical as we continue our rapid trajectory. The co-founder and former CEO of Astronomer also speaking out on X, saying, for those asking, I'm no longer involved in Astronomer. Yes, I was co-founder and early CEO, not on the team or board since 2022, and have no information on Coldplaygate, which is what they're calling this entire mess. Apparently, Byron started as the CEO of Astronomer in July of 2023. What are your thoughts about all of this? I'm sure the board of directors for Astronomer are not too happy, because I think a lot of people on the internet are not going to let this go until they feel like they are held accountable. Your thoughts right in the comments below.
Imagine having an affair and the person who exposes it is Chris Martin from Coldplay in front of 60,000 people. And now, tens of millions of TikTokers. Congratulations, you just got kiss-cammed into a mega lawsuit. So here's what happened. Coldplay is playing, emotions are high, they cut to the kiss cam, and this couple, they panic. He looks like he just saw his wife in the audience, and she ducks like the IRS just walked in. Turns out he's Andy Byron, married tech CEO, and she's Kristen Cabot, his HR director. And no, they are not married to each other. So cue Chris Martin on mic in front of the crowd. They're either really shy or they're having an affair. Sir, the way the audience screamed. And now the video is everywhere. I mean, LinkedIn is panicking, HR departments are updating slide decks, lives are watching this on permanent loop. And somewhere a PR firm is charging 6 figures just to issue a no comment. And Chris Martin, he's out there doing God's work in skinny jeans. Imagine cheating so publicly that Coldplay becomes your divorce playlist. Fix You hits very different now. So next time you're thinking about making questionable choices with a coworker at a public event, maybe skip the concert or at least sit in the nosebleeds because the kiss cam doesn't care about your NDA. And clearly, neither does Chris Martin.
If you just saw that video of the Coldplay concert, then you know exactly what I'm talking about, and I'm gonna break it down for you. The Cheesemate found us. I am here for it. Like, what the fuck? So let me show you. Okay, so this is the company that these people work for, and this is the guy in the video. Oh my gosh. And then this is the woman. And apparently he's married. Why? Why would y'all do that? And apparently everyone in this company knows, because the girl who was like, it looked like they had a box, and the girl who was next to them, like super beat red and like smiling, she also worked for the company. But who's the guy in the glasses, like, cheering, like, oh my god, everyone found out, and Coldplay just called you out on your affair? What the fuck is wrong with people?
Well, Tide has entered the chat to let us know that even they can't clean this one up, but buckle up because it's about to get messier. The CEO just dropped his statement and we have to get into this. Here's Andy's statement, you know, the guy who dropped to his knees in shame. Of course, he's making himself the victim. He starts off by saying that he wants to acknowledge the moment that's been circulating online and the disappointment it's caused. What was supposed to be a fun night of music and joy turned into a deeply personal mistake playing out on a very public stage. He wants to sincerely apologize to his wife, his family, and the team at Astronomer. You deserve better from me as a partner, a father, and as a leader. He goes on to say that this is not who he wants to be or how he wants to represent the company that he helped build. He's taking time to reflect, taking accountability, and figure out the next steps. Personally and professionally, I ask for privacy as I navigate that process. Now, here's where he really makes himself the victim. He wants to express how troubling it is that what should have been a private moment that was in a very public place became public without his consent. Oh no. He says that he respects artists and entertainers, but he hopes that we can all think more deeply about the impact of turning someone else's life into a spectacle, as if he didn't do this to himself. That drop to his knees in shame. I mean, if he could have just played it cool, none of this probably would have happened, although it absolutely deserved to happen. And I almost forgot this last little part. He goes into quoting Coldplay, who outed him. It was the Coldplay singer Chris Martin who said they're either having an affair or really shy. He goes on to quote them by saying, "Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you." I'm not sure if he's talking about himself, his wife, or his mistress. This is his beautiful wife. May she get every penny that he helped make that billion-dollar company, and she has already dropped his last name off of her Facebook. She's gone back to her maiden name, and again, we wish the best for her because this is awful. And as for Kristen, head of HR at this company, what a mess. She also has a husband. People have been wondering. Yes, she has a husband who I think is an executive in sportswear or something like that. And these are some interesting quotes from Kristen. She says that she so appreciates that he can see her role as something different. She likes to classify her HR role as in the realm of people strategy, because to her, magic happens when you align people strategy to the business and strategy sink into two. She also goes on to say that there are plenty of companies out there where a strong CEO and leadership team just doesn't see the value that a strong people leader can bring to the company. Good thing he could see her strong value to the company. And as for embarrassed woman, who she brought into this by nudging her and being like, nudge, nudge, can you believe we're getting caught right now about the affair that we all know about? It is obvious that this has been going on and that she was aware and that she's part of the company. So she's actually the senior director of people at this company. She joined the company in January of 2025, and her background includes several human resource leadership roles, which is interesting because when you look into this, they actually worked at a company together before this, and then she brought her good old buddy Alyssa over to get into her shenanigans at Astronomer. And things must have been getting real hot and heavy with them, because last week, Kristen reportedly promoted embarrassed girl Alyssa to be vice president of people. So this girl is directly reporting to the head of HR, who is having an affair with the CEO of the company. Literally, what a mess. I mean, again, head of HR, CEO of the company, other people in the HR department are very much involved in all of this. They're all out in public together doing this publicly. He's crying about how it was a private moment. And ultimately, I am never, ever going to forget that look on his face. They're just so happy. We're in love. We're so happy to be cheating on our spouses. And then the immediate getting busted and just dropping his head in shame, dropping to the floor and crawling out of there.
So this idiot and this idiot got caught at the Coldplay concert on the Jumbotron having an affair. As soon as the camera panned to them, they both ran like cockroaches to hide. Well, he is not apologizing. He is pissed that they invaded his privacy with the Jumbotron. Instead of saying, hey world, I'm sorry I'm a fungus. I am sorry I am a loser human being. No. He said, how dare you put me up on the Jumbotron with my sleazy bad girlfriend for the world to see, where my wife is going to catch me and her husband's going to catch us and our kids are going to see it all over the internet. No. He's pissed that the Jumbotron people caught him. And good on Coldplay for calling him out. He immediately knew. He immediately knew these two were having an affair. He's like, either they're really shy or they're having an affair. They called it 100%. He is the CEO of the company. She works under him. And they also had the HR person with them. So, anyway, sorry. If you're going to make stupid choices, enjoy the consequences.
Nah, we really got to break this one down. So the CEO of Astronomer and the head of HR got caught on the Jumbotron at a Coldplay concert having an affair. But ain't the first rule of having an affair not to be in public? And y'all know social media always gonna do its thing. So everybody done flooded the wife comments. Now she done changed her name on Facebook. They all in his LinkedIn. They even saying the lady that was smiling awkwardly next to him just got promoted by that VP of HR. So that means a couple people knew about this. All jokes aside though, I think the bigger picture here is boundaries have to be set. The average person at work probably working 40 hours a week, and then as you get in higher positions, especially as the CEO, the VP of people, you working 60, 70 hours a week. So the people you're around, you're going to gain a relationship with, whether it's platonic, whether it becomes more than that, wink, wink. So if boundaries aren't set, things like this will happen. We are naturally human. You're working day after day, late hours with this person. It's not all going to be work. You're going to learn about each other socially, how people work, how they live. These relationships are going to get developed. Boundaries must be set in the workplace. Clearly that wasn't the case here, so we'll see how this all unfolds.